Well, I think that we all like the pleasures down here, and those are subject to conflict. I think we need to be judicious, and I think you're projecting way far ahead to have a space species only that's in conflict with a terrestrial species only.
No, I know, but you know, a couple of 100 years is the blink of an eye, and the way technology is advancing and developing. I just read some of the white papers put out by governments about what they believe is going to happen, even here on the Earth with genetic engineering and the rest of it. Again, Buzz Aldrin, we've been so honored to have all this time with you. Feel free if you've got anything else you'd like to add, or if you need to go, we'll say a farewell, bon voyage to you.
I got to go. When you got to go, you got to go.
Buzz Aldrin, you're a really nice fella and have a lot of courage, and we really appreciate you coming on with us.
All righty. Thank you.
Take care. There he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Buzz Aldrin, 45-minute interview. And I skipped a break. I do that more and more. I had Alan Keyes on. All this is happening. So we have a fourth hour, though, you know, for the advertisers. And I said I was going to get into all this other crazy stuff. What happens is I got these great producers out here. We got Jaron Neihart doing it, and we got Paul Hartman. We got Rob Dew. Rob Dew is doing computer and video editing. They're in here running the live TV show. And now that I got three producers who also do other jobs, but three of them, I mean, it's just like, hey, want Buzz Aldrin? Yeah, get him. Hey, want this person? Want that person? They really do a great professional job. Want to commend the team out there for getting Buzz Aldrin. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I've had Schmidt on, Dr. Schmidt. Now I've had Dr. Aldrin on. We're going to get all these astronauts on. And we're going to get some of them on that are talking about the advanced technologies and hidden agendas. But I dare somebody to get Buzz Aldrin up and then start being mean to him and tell him we didn't go to the moon. I have a lot of friends that think it's all a hoax and a fraud, and I have my questions. But analyzing it, I think it's clear they've got a lot of more advanced technology they don't want the public knowing about, and a lot of what we're shown is kind of the 1930s Tinker Toys. You heard when I brought up Wernher von Braun on the space shuttle, 1934, 1935. You know, that was accurate with Dr. Aldrin. They tell us the SR-71 Blackbird in service in the mid-1950s is the fastest plane we have. Now, if you believe that 50-plus years later, I don't know, what's 55 to 2009? That's 55, 54 years later. If you believe that a 54-year-old, 55, will develop in 1950, it's really 59 years old, but in service in 55. If you believe a 59-year-old aircraft is the fastest aircraft we've got, you are insane. And we've already had a split off with the more advanced technologies in the military and corporate reservations. We need to have a larger debate about this. And so I brought Buzz Aldrin on about that. I just know this. There's a lot of credible criticism of moon landing being a hoax. But there's also a lot of it, like you take Behold a Pale Horse. People kept telling me, read it. I finally got it a few months ago and read the whole thing. I'd read about a third of it back in the late 90s. And there's plants on the moon. It rotates every day. You don't need a spacesuit on the moon. Jesus is killed by aliens with holograms. And it's in there. People then email me when I talk about that and say I'm a liar. It doesn't say that. Whatever. The book says that. Anybody who's read it knows that. Get Burmis is here, isn't he? He printed that off the other day. Get him to run that in. I want to show people that. The only point is that then I look at it and there's, you know, I have experienced people saying everything's a hoax because they don't believe anything can be real. Like they say it's fake that I snuck into Bohemian Grove. No, they arrested the Vanity Fair reporter last year, the People magazine reporter, the CBS reporter. I got in and out by the grace of God, and probably because I snuck in with Mike Hansen. Most reporters sneak in by themselves. I thought two people would be good to throw them off. We really did, you know, put the Joker poster out and have people put them up in hundreds of cities nationwide. We really did start 9/11 Truth and expose that as an inside job. We really did come out and say they're going to use flu as a hoax for martial law. And now Ron Paul and Congressman Brown and former Congressman Dick Armey are saying that. And governors are writing letters, the Governors Association, to the president saying, we don't want 400,000 regular army in America. It's an unconstitutional power grab and takeover. And we have gotten, in many cities, over 75%. This is now coming out in Oregon and California and Michigan and some towns. 75% of the school kids aren't taking the vaccines now because we woke people up. I know we can affect change. I know we have power as a species. I know we can do incredible things. And I know I've talked to people with national security letters and people who are high-level retired engineers and people that ran the cameras and all the rest of it. And they say the word is there was a whole nother space program even more advanced going on, and that what we were seeing was tinker toys. And so it was theater, but only theater. I mean, did you hear Aldrin hinting at aliens and hinting at Egypt and hinting at monoliths and obelisks and then putting it out and then pulling back, and how excited he got on TV? And I've talked to other astronauts off record. I've talked to other people that know astronauts, and they say it's just, you wouldn't imagine what's really going on. And I know that gets into coast-to-coast territory, but this is something's going on. I don't know what it is. And it was just amazing interview. So there you have it. I know you can do real things. I also know there are hoaxes and frauds. But I want you to believe in yourselves. Let's say I'm bad, which I'm not. I mean, I'm the real deal. It's proven by my fruits. The New World Order hates what I'm doing. But regardless, let's just say I'm bad for the sake of argument. Don't let that stop you from taking action, getting involved, reaching out to other people, waking them up. Now, I'm going to talk about the Joker contest in the final segment. Tomorrow, I will start the show. I don't have anybody on the first hour, do I? We got more big guests coming up this week. Oh, you ought to wait till the guest I got coming up in October. It's going to blow your mind. But about this whole picture of the vaccines and how they're killing people and how the flu shot in the trials is killing a bunch of people. But the good news is it's coming out it's a fraud. It's coming out it's on purpose. Every major guest I have on is aware of world government and eugenics and against it. Buzz Aldrin was just against the New World Order. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's just amazing things are happening, and we all have incredible power in this world to control our destiny.